I hate to break it to you, but you're probably doing it wrong. Hey guys, it's Danny, and today we're diving into 5 common piercing aftercare myths that just won't die. Whether you're new to piercings or already decked out, chances are you've heard at least one of these, and it could be making your healing journey way harder than it needs to be. For those who don't know me, I've been piercing professionally since 2008. I was that girl who went all in, and before I'd try a new piercing on a client, I'd do it on myself first. I've pierced myself over 60 times. Yeah, I lost count. At one point, I had 30 microdermals, all self pierced, 31 piercings between both ears, 4 stretched lobes, which I've since had sewn up. And yes, if you need a referral, let me know. Upper and lower navel, nipple piercings 3 times, 2 which I did myself. These days, I go for a more modest, curated look, but I still keep a few bold statement pieces. And I've got about 15 cartilage holes I can reopen if I ever want to switch things up again. So I'm one of those people who gets stopped in stores. People mistake me for an employee because I'm always fixing product on the shelf and reading labels. And I always end up in conversations while waiting in the checkout line. It's usually women asking about my piercings, and there's always someone with that one helix piercing that just won't heal. And it's been 2 years. It still looks funky, and it's like the jewelry's too big. What should I do? The most troublesome piercing I see is the upper helix flat area, right up here on the side. So let's get started. Alcohol and peroxide, antibacterial and antiseptic soaps, twisting jewelry to remove the crust, over cleaning, and tea tree oil for literally everything. Myth number 1, clean it with alcohol or peroxide. One of the most common things I hear when I ask clients about their aftercare is I just use some peroxide or alcohol on it, right? Wrong. Both are way too harsh. They do kill bacteria, but they also damage the new healthy cells your body needs to heal. The facts. Use a sterile saline wound wash. That's it. No stinging, no drying, no trauma. Spray it on once or twice a day. Done. Look for brands like Neilmed, H2 Ocean, or anything labeled sterile saline wound spray. Myth number 2, antibacterial soap and antiseptics. This one gets me in more trouble than alcohol and peroxide ever could. It sounds smart, right? Antibacterial equals clean equals good, but not when it strips away everything. I get it. We all want to feel squeaky clean and avoid infections, but products like Pure Dial, Hibiclens, and Bactine spray just aren't meant for piercings. Dial can be diluted in a pinch if you're waiting on a better option, and it became popular because it's something everyone already has at home, like peroxide. The facts: no soap is needed directly on your new piercing. Just rinse gently with warm water in the shower. If you have a detachable shower head, use that pressure to flush the whole area. After 1 to 2 weeks, you can reintroduce soap, but only fragrance free, liquid or foaming, and gentle. H2 Ocean also makes a great foaming cleanser for this. Myth number 3, twist the jewelry to prevent crust. This is such an old school tip, and it seriously needs to go. Twisting the jewelry while it's healing can actually rip tissue inside, even if everything looks fine on the surface. The facts: don't twist it, don't spin it. Honestly, don't even touch it unless you're cleaning it. Piercings heal from the outside in, so crust is normal. That's not infection, that's healing. Myth number 4, more cleanings equals faster healing. Some people go way overboard. I've seen clients spraying saline 4 to 6 times a day, doing constant sea salt soaks, and even making their own DIY solutions at home. It usually happens when people panic about crust or discharge. They freak out and then they overclean. Also, some H2 Ocean bottles used to say clean 4 to 6 times daily, but that's not necessary for every piercing. I never cleaned that often. The facts: 1 to 2 cleanings per day is plenty if your immune system is healthy. Skip the DIY soaks unless you're measuring correctly and using non-iodized sea salt. It's easy to overdo it and irritate your skin. I only recommend DIY soaks for clients on a budget, and also write specific instructions and help you monitor your results with a follow-up appointment. The 2 piercings that benefit most from soaking are navel and nipples. Soaks 3 to 4 times a week max, and no more than once per day. Healing stages vary a lot between people, but most secretions and crusts last 1 to 3 months, with occasional flare ups even 12 to 15 months later, especially in thicker cartilage or upper helix piercings due to sleeping positions and hair products and hairstyles. Myth number 5: tea tree oil is a holy grail product. Nope. I get it. Bumps, redness, itching. Someone on Reddit told you to use tea tree oil. But here's the thing: tea tree oil is extremely strong. Used improperly, it can burn the skin or make inflammation worse. The facts: tea tree oil is not a cure all. Some bumps are caused by pressure, irritation, or trauma, and each one needs a different approach. Yes, there are some reputable products that use tea tree, but it's all about the formulation. Did you know most pro grade aftercare oils with tea tree use only 3 to 4 drops per half ounce of carrier oil? That's how strong it is. Always patch test and check with your piercer before using it. I love tea tree oil when it's used correctly, but it's not a one size fits all. Healing a piercing doesn't have to be complicated, but it does have to be consistent. Forget the hacks, forget the overkill, and stop letting fear based marketing or social media convince you that you need to spend money on a 10-step skincare routine for healing. If something seems off, don't Google it. Talk to your piercer. If you are being ignored or you're really concerned about an infection, talk to another reputable piercer or talk to your primary care provider, whichever will see you faster. I'll be sharing more personal stories, healing tips, and professional advice. So if this was helpful, save it, comment your go to products or questions, and follow for more piercing content from someone who's transparent. Disclaimer: I am not a physician and I cannot formally diagnose an infection. You may have severe inflammation on the verge of an infection, and it can be treated with my supervision and over the counter products. I will always recommend you see your primary when there is a concern of infection, and do a follow up with me as well to see how things are going. You're an individual and have to be treated with a case by case approach. I consider all your concerns, lifestyles, environmental stress, regional concerns, and things you never even considered, which led to the problem. Want another video on it? Which topic interests you the most? How to spot an infection, product label breakdowns, or jewelry talk, metals, sizing, and styling? Let me know in the comments.